Hey Lachlanators, so it is me Lachlan, and I am here because I have a story time video for you guys. And it is a pretty heavy one, a pretty big one, so it's gonna be a pretty long one. So if you wanna like get cozy or something, I got my house robe on because it's gonna be a little long one. It's about my adoption. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am adopted. I was adopted when I was about 1.5 years old. A little toddler, a little kid. And yeah, I was born in North Fork, Virginia, USA. I am an American, yes I am. But I have lived my life in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I have. So I was adopted at 1.5, like I said, and I was brought to Vancouver. No, actually, I was brought to Vancouver Island, and I was adopted with my half-blood brother, Danny. And we were the last two to be adopted into this family that already had 3 other adopted children. So we were we were 4 and 5. So we were adopted into this family, and we lived on a farm on Vancouver Island, and it was really cool and stuff like that. And yeah, I just lived my life there for about 10 years. 11 years actually. I just was on the farm, going to school and that type of stuff. I know people don't really see me as like a farm type of guy, like a farm boy, but I was. I really was. I was on the farms. I was helping out. Wasn't doing too much while I was a kid, but yeah, it was an interesting time. And when I was adopted, there was a lot going on back with the adoption and all that type of stuff. Like, I remember there were some complications getting both parents to sign and getting this and that. And I remember one parent wanted me, other parent didn't, and this and that. And they were both just not in the position to have me at that time. And I'm not really gonna dive too much into my birth parents' stories just because I am in contact with them and that type of stuff, which is very exciting. And I don't know, we have a really good relationship going right now, and I really want to just meet them in person and really just get their side of the story and everything like that before I even like really talk about it. But yeah, this is just my like side of the story and that type of stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there was just a lot going on for them back then, and I really do appreciate the fact that I was put up for adoption because I know my life has been nuts. Like literally, I've probably had like if you like grab a group of like 10 people and pick who's probably had the craziest life, I'm either like 9 or 10. One of the two, because it's just been nuts. I've had so much heartache and like downfall in my life, but it's just like that makes me confident. That makes me a better person. And moving on, so we got sidetracked there, but back to the adoption. So when I was about 11, my parents split up. My adopted parents, they split up, and my dad went from Vancouver Island to Vancouver, and I went back and forth from Vancouver Island to Vancouver a lot over a span of like a year, 2 years, just because I was going through a lot of changes and a lot of attitude adjustments and just a lot of crazy. I was a crazy kid. I was a really crazy kid, but understandable. I was going through a lot of crazy stuff. And yeah, I went back and forth a few times, but I ended up stayed permanent in Vancouver, and I really enjoyed it. I was able to start my acting and my careers and my goals and my life pretty much. I'm so thankful that I got to be able to come to Vancouver to start my life because I'm now living out what I want to be doing. Well, some of it at least. But yeah, so when I came to Vancouver to live with my dad, things were good. Lived here for about 4 or 5 years, and then we moved to Alberta for a year, and then yeah, now I actually am in contact with my birth parents, which is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty cool. We do talk very frequently. We actually talk today, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm really excited though. We hope to get a video chat going on, so hopefully that will happen. And yeah, but when I was adopted, growing up for me, it was, I don't know, people always ask me, do you find it odd being adopted or is it ever uncomfortable? And I always said, no, I don't really find it uncomfortable at all being adopted or anything like that when I was a kid. But growing up, when I started to get into my like early teens, that type of stuff, I started to really distance myself from my dad and from my other adopted brothers and sisters and just from everybody. I just really, because I just didn't really want to, I don't know, I just wanted to hang out with my friends and do crazy stuff, but I don't know, I remember at one point in my life I did start to get a little embarrassed. Not of the fact that I was adopted, but like because they were white. And I know that's really bad, but I just think every adopted kid goes through that. Like when you're hanging out with your friends and you're like, okay, my parents are gonna pick me up, and then after like people that are not your same skin color come and pick you up, they're kind of like thrown off by that. And I guess for you, like being a young teen, you're kind of embarrassed about it. But I don't know, going through your teens, you're embarrassed about a lot of things. And I don't know, being adopted, I guess that's just one of the other things that kind of get added to it. Because, I don't know, you just want to be like the cool kid and you don't want to be judged or anything. And you don't want to seem like you're off. But, I don't know, for me, going through my teens, I went through so many crazy things that just made me so tough now that I don't care. I love my parents, and my dad is the most greatest dad in the world. He does have his faults, but who doesn't? And he does a great job trying to raise all of us, and yeah, he's really dope, and I'm not embarrassed at all, like, anymore. Like, I remember when I was younger, I was, but I'm not, like, this is my dad. I'm not ashamed of that. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are or who has adopted you, because those people have adopted you, and they want to take care of you and love you and nurture you, and I have a whole nother story on that, but yeah, I don't know, like, being adopted is, like, very, very crazy, and it's a whirlwind, and some people love it, some people hate it, and for me, I like it because I've been able to live such an extraordinary life and such a different life that most people wouldn't have, and I don't even know what my life would have been like if I would have stayed, like, with my birth parents or one of them or whoever, and what I would have been doing. Like, my adopted parents said that they don't think I would have really made it to, like, a teen because there's so many bad things going on then. But I don't know, I'm just very thankful for the life that I've had and the life that I'm living. And when I was adopted, actually, my birth name was Trayvon Wells. And when I was adopted, they changed it to Lachlan James McDonald. And that is why you guys always see LJTMW, Lachlan James Trayvon McDonald Wells. I combined them. I even got a tattoo of it because I'm never going to forget who I am. I'm never going to forget where I was and where I am and where I've started from and none of that. I am Lachlan James Trayvon McDonald Wells. I was who I was born as, and I am who I am now, and I think that's very important. Just don't forget who you are, and even though you are adopted or anything like that, just know you're loved, and love who you are, and love the people that are around you every day, because you never know when it's going to be the last day. And yeah, this video wasn't really all about the adoption. I realized that I kind of went off that, and it was kind of talking about life and that type of stuff, but you kind of got to just the adoption in there as well. But yeah, guys, this video is only like 9 minutes right now, I'm noticing, so I don't know if I should talk for a little longer about it, but I don't know, I don't have too much to say. Like, I have a Mexican brother, I have a white sister, I have a sister from Georgia, I have my blood brother, and then, yeah, and then also, my birth mother had another baby after me and my brother were adopted, but my parents that adopted us didn't take that child, and now, actually, we're in touch. His name is Omar, so shout out to Omar, and yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's doing well. He's still in high school though, so I'm kind of like the big brother. You know, we don't really talk too much, but it's cool to be a big brother because I've always been the younger brother. And even with my like birth parents, they also have kids now, and that they have or they're in contact with and that type of stuff. And I do talk to them, and they're really cool, and they're doing good. And I don't know, I hope we can all set up like a really big video chat, and we can all just see each other and talk to each other because I don't know, we're all separated, all apart. Like, I'm in Canada, Vancouver. Some of them are still in like Virginia, some of them are just like spread out, so I don't know. I think a nice video chat would be good, and then one day we can all meet each other and it'll be exciting, and I will definitely video, if that happens, definitely video us all meeting, because that would be so amazing, so amazing. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know my little story about adoption and all that type of stuff, and give you guys my like views on it. And I don't know, I think being adopted is really awesome, and good things come from it, and you get to experience a life that you wouldn't else have been able to experience. Boom. So yeah, I don't know, guys, if you want to stay locked to this channel, I do have quite a bit of videos posted during the week. And yeah, so just hit that subscribe button down there. Make sure you guys like, share, and comment, and all that good stuff. And kind of wiping my hands. I don't know. Ugh, this is like my filming day, so. Alrighty, guys. Hey, stay classy. Hey. Okay, bye, guys.